Some thief from India called ADANI cannot arrive in Kenya and all of a sudden take over things. ADANI is the face of a cartel that includes top leadership in Kenyan politics.
So away from the impeachment motion, very many things have passed because of the country being held to look at the impeachment motion. As very many people like Kalonzo Musyoka came out to say that the impeachment motion was aimed at removing Rigathi Gachagua, but has also acted as a facade for the government to push through things in Kenyans' throats for their own gain. Among those things is the ADANI deal. We all know that the ADANI got a deal to construct energy in a way that is not guided by the constitution. And the ADANI deal has been on the lips of very many Kenyans, just as the impeachment motion. You know, politics is something tricky. For you to pass out something which is opposed to very many Kenyans, you may decide to divide attention. This is why, amidst the impeachment motion, we saw the ADANI getting a deal. And among the very many people who have come out to oppose this ADANI deal is MUKHISA Kituyii. I think that is the name. MUKHISA Kituyii came out. He had been lost. Remember, he got some issues of showing his nudity to the Kenyans. Now he has bounced back opposing William Ruto. So in this episode, I've come to talk about why MUKHISA Kituyii is coming out to oppose the ADANI deal, most especially of taking over the airports of Kenya, what it means for our politics, and most importantly, the study materials we can learn from the politics of our nation. But before I do this, I want to let you know that if you are new to this channel, please subscribe. If geopolitics and economics is what you want, this will be definitely the right channel for you to subscribe to. So you all know MUKHISA Kituyii in the lead-up of 2022 general election came back in Kenya. He wanted to stand for presidency, but he got some setbacks. Maybe it was because of two things. Normally, most Kenyan politicians scared to run for president so that they can be incorporated in an agreement. In case the side of the agreement wins, he gets into government. Some maybe want to exploit this politically. I'll make another video, separate video on that to talk about MUKHISA Kituyii. Today's video is about MUKHISA Kituyii opposing the ADANI deal. And this shows you a political formation. It's not only, we are not looking at the opposition of the ADANI deal in isolation. ADANI deal and the impeachment motion have gone to determine the next political allies. Because when we see the people have decided to oppose the ADANI deal are those who are with the Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua and Kalonzo Musyoka. And the people have come out to give it a green light are those with William Ruto. And we are surprised that even RAILA supported the ADANI deal, supported the ADANI taking over the airport. By the way, that scared very many people. It shocked very many people. Because among the list people who we never accepted to accept this deal, to support this deal, was RAILA. Before I speak on this, let me first give you the tape when MUKHISA Kituyii was opposing the ADANI deal. I want you to listen very carefully because it's going to form a basis of our discussion. Here's the tape.
Some thief from India called ADANI cannot arrive in Kenya and all of a sudden take over things. ADANI is the face of a cartel that includes top leadership in Kenyan politics. It is not about ADANI. You saw the case of a similar thief in South Africa. It's a cartel that what the Guptas did in South Africa is what ADANI is trying to do here. But what to ask Ruto?
So, MUKHISA Kituyii is opposing the takeover the international airport JKIA by ADANI. And he has given an example of Guptas in South Africa. Guptas was Indians, businessmen in South Africa. Okay, they took over a lot of wealthy countries through such deals for very many years because of state capture. By the most countries suffer state capture. Even in Kenya, there is a South African company which signed a deal in energy, in electricity, and it has been consuming a lot of money away from Ugandans. yet electricity is expensive. Even in General Yoweri Museveni's admission, he came out to say that the deal was not good for Kenyans. This is what I think. The ADANI will take over electricity in Kenya, and it is said that the electricity will be expensive, so that the ordinary Kenyan will bear the cost. They will also take over the airports. Giving out part of the sovereignty of a country cannot be taken lightly. When Raila Odinga came out to talk about ADANI, he gave examples of airports, ports constructed in India. Come on. If ADANI does something in India, they are locals. Okay, it's like JKIA being built by a Kenyan. There it is okay. A foreign company to take over such a facility, there are supposed to be some negotiations, some talkings, some law which is supposed to be followed. But the way how this deal was gotten, you clearly see that there is mischief. You cannot just give away an airport just like that. Let's continue.
If predecessors to him, some of whom, most of whom also had appetite for money, did not pound the family silver to the end, like he's doing, what gives him the moral authority to think that he can be a better thief than those who came before him?
So, he has a point. He came out to say that various presidents never signed such deals. The renovation of JKIA International Airport cannot be bad, by the way. It's not bad. But the process in which it's being followed is raising some questions. That's why people are saying that William Ruto is getting something from these people. You cannot just give away an airport. Come on, an airport. Just like that, without following due process. That's why you must ask very many questions. That's the truth. So MUKHISA Kituyii coming out to give such statements is within his own right. But for me, I don't look at these statements on their face value. It will also be a basis on which a political formation will be formed, because Kenyan politics are days so long. Who knew that Rigathi Gachagua is going to be impeached? So these are formations which are going to be made basing on what the country is passing through, basing on the decisions of politicians who are both supporting Rigathi Gachagua, ADANI, and others. Okay? So the ADANI deal in itself may not have been bad, but the way how things are being handled. And Kenyans in the future will regret after William Ruto is gone, because here they got a deal to take over energy in Kenya. But it's going to be for 30 years, long after William Ruto is gone. Who knows that he may be even alive, because I think now he's 55. He'll be in his 80s. Okay? That's why some long-term investments must be questioned. Due process must be followed so that the country does not lose money. Of course, that's my opinion. Do make comments by commenting about this. Thank you very much for listening in. If this is your first time on this YouTube channel, I implore you to subscribe, like, and comment so that I can be motivated to do more of such videos. I'll see you on another one. Peace.